Hola amigos, hello friends. Today we are going to the cruise piers within Cozumel. There are 3, and the first one that we're at is called Punta Langosta, or Lobster Pier. Now this is the pier that is closest to downtown. So if you're coming into this pier, it's kind of cool because it's very easy to head into our downtown and see what it looks like, wander around the square, and have a good time. You can see that the cruise ships are starting to let out. We can't get any further than this security station here, but we're going to come in and get at the end of the line. And here we have the bomberos. They are selling stuff and they have a boot drive here. So if you want to go ahead and donate to the Cozumel firefighters, please drop some money in their boot. They will appreciate it. Gracias. So that is as you're walking off of the pier and into the shopping area for Punta Langosta. Now when you come through here, you're going to go by a whole bunch of souvenir shops, so you can get anything from your inexpensive souvenirs to really expensive fine jewelry like diamonds and other fine gems. So you'll find a lot of these types of signs that say Cozumel all throughout Cozumel, so there are tons of photo opportunities to get that. Now these here are really pretty because they are hand painted, and you can have them put something that you want to put on these small surfboards. If you want them to paint something specific for you, you can do that, and of course you can choose one of the ones that are already made. But it is a beautiful handcrafted way to support local people here on the island. There are plenty of tour operators to choose from here. Some of them have the same offerings, some of them have things that are different. So go with the one that you feel comfortable with. But you can also Buenos dias. Gracias. Ooh, maracas. That is a really cool, fun souvenir that you can bring back to your friends and give us a souvenir and something from your trip. Okay, so this is just the second floor. Let's go down to the first floor and see what offerings we have down here. So you can find these little kiosks here. And just one little thing to note in Mexico, if there are prices on an item, that's the price. But if they don't have a price on, then you're welcome to ask for the price and negotiate and bargain down from there. So on the first floor, you will find that there are restrooms. And if you need an elevator as opposed to an escalator, the elevator is over here by the bathrooms. And then we have our beautiful Christmas displays right here. And this is also another really beautiful photo opportunity if you do happen to get here during Christmas. And then right past that, you'll find in the back, there's parking. Here you can pick up a taxi. You can also find a lot of the transportation back here. And if you want that fun cocktail to get on the bus with, there is a Fat Tuesdays right here. You can grab one of those cups or even the yardsticks of your favorite frozen beverage right here before you get into your taxi or onto your cruise ship. So whatever you're up for, first thing in the morning, go for it. You're on vacation. Okay, and it's some of these stores right here in the pier and even downtown, you can find that they sell beer from the refrigerator, and you can buy beer for $1 to $1.50 and go about on your way. So you can have open container on the streets and in the vehicles, except for your driver, while you're wandering, walking, or driving around Cozumel. There is another restaurant called Banana and Company, and it's a bakery with absolutely phenomenal cakes and desserts, breads, and coffee. So this is a wonderful place to stop if you just want something sweet, some coffee, or you want to take something to go back onto your cruise. Now they also have fancy bags here like Gucci and Michael Kors. Of course, they're not real, but you can get an inexpensive, kind of real looking bag here. Hey! Hola! Merry Christmas! Another very typical item that you'll find at the cruise piers and throughout downtown are pharmacies. So there are certain medications that you can buy here without a prescription that you might not be able to get in your home country, and of course it may be a little bit cheaper. Mexico also loves its Catrinas, so you may see a lot of representations of the Catrina in Mexico. Oops, sorry. Gracias. So here we have a bank ATM, and just one thing to mention about ATMs here is you'll see them dotted along the street, and they'll say cash in USD, which it's great if you can get cash in USD, but you know, the fact of the matter is we're in Mexico and the currency here is the peso. So if you go to a bank, you are going to get cash in pesos. Those little machines that are on street corners could have those chips in them that steal your card information. So your best and safest bet while you're traveling in another country is to get your money out of an ATM. Here we have Señor Frog's, which is a super fun restaurant. There are 2 additional restaurants here at the pier that you can check out if you are hungry or thirsty. There's a Starbucks, and there's also a Hooters if you're hungry and you need lunch or dinner or breakfast. They're both open right now, in addition to Señor Frog's if you're interested in going there to eat, or of course to Banana and Company. And since it's Christmas time, you're also going to see a lot of Christmas decorations in our video. So here's a beautiful tree. It's very tall and beautiful. Alberto's moved in this year, 2023, as another restaurant option, especially if you want lobster. Now, let's go to the next pier. Okay, so here we are at the SSA International Cruise Pier. So this is the second cruise pier that we are coming to. There are 3 cruise piers in Cozumel. This one is the SSA International, and it is also right next door to the Puerta Maya pier. These ones are a little bit further to the south than the Punta Langosta pier, which is the closest one to downtown. So we're going to talk about some of the things that you can find inside the cruise piers. SSA has many of the same stores as Punta Langosta, with souvenirs, jewelry, and personalized items you buy for yourself and friends or family. So probably one of the more popular spots is Margaritaville. Here you can sit in a huge Adirondack chair. You can find your La Shaker salt and have a cheeseburger in paradise. In addition to Margaritaville, you can find this cool looking tequila a go-go, which sort of looks like you've been transported back into the 70s. So there's also this little Mandy snack bar too to stop and check out for a bite to eat. and a cocktail before getting on your boat or after getting off your boat. And another very popular restaurant is Señor Frog's. So there are a couple of Señor Frog's in Cozumel, one near Punta Langosta and one here inside the SSA terminal. So if you want to go to Señor Frog's, you don't even have to leave the terminal. So also here at SSA, you can find any number of iconic Cozumel signs where you can get your picture taken as a memento of your day here in Cozumel. Also, one of the things that you can do here is get a tequila tasting here with Chili Tequila.
Tequila time right here, guys.
You can do a free tasting here with all of their different tequilas. They have all the range of white reposado and añejo tequilas and all of the different flavors, which of course you can purchase to take back with you. I love the decorations of this place because these buildings are all decorated in the traditional Mayan style with the Mayan statues and the calendar details, and also they have the Mayan ball game circles that are up on a lot of the buildings, and that is the traditional ball game that they played during the Mayan period. So when you come out of the pier, you can rent the motorcycle, the scooter, or a Jeep or a vehicle. So the motorcycles are $270 for the day. The scooters are $75 for the day, and a vehicle is $120 for the day. That's in US dollars, and it includes all of your insurances. So if you do wish to see the island in your own way without an organized tour, this is a perfect way to do it. So if you do choose to do something like this, when you come out of the pier, take a right and just take that straight. That'll take you around to the east side of the island where it is all pristine and gorgeous beaches. You will love it by motorcycle. So also right across the street from the SSA Pier, you will find the Royal Village. And inside Royal Village, you can find an exchange house, a bank, more shopping and restaurants, and also photo ops that you can memorialize your trip to Cozumel. Now also, if you just go straight up from the SSA Pier, you might be able to see it behind me. Just keep walking straight up past the Royal Village, and behind there is a blue truck, and they serve tacos and tortas out of the back of the truck. They cook it in the truck, they serve it in the truck, and it is delicious. Now, we have actually done a taste testing on our taco tour of Cozumel. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure you subscribe below and hit that notification button so that you don't miss any of our videos. Definitely check out our favorite tacos. That is the next stop in Cozumel, and it is delicious. Welcome back, amigos, friends. We are now at the Puerta Maya Pier. And this is mainly where the carnival ships will come in. And out of the three piers, Punta Langosta, SSA International, and Puerta Maya, I'd have to say this one is probably my favorite. Now, I am standing here on a nice little, most likely man-made area of sand. And there are chaise lounges for you to hang out. So if you've got a couple of hours before you have to go back onto your cruise ship and there isn't time to leave and then come back, this is such a great place to hang out. So as we start walking around in Puerta Maya, there are a lot of the same souvenirs that you will find at the other piers and in downtown. Your typical t-shirts and your mugs and vanilla, alcohol, that kind of thing. You can, of course, find your very high-end, exclusive gem, diamond, and silver and gold shops right here in Puerto Maya. The first restaurant is called Señorita Margarita. They have these beer cap tables on the sand, and then, you know, you've got your alligator and your zebra friends to hang out with as well. Or you can sit at one of the swings or under the palapa at one of the regular tables. Fat Tuesdays is always a good time, and you can sit outside or under the palapa. There are also several super duper fun photo ops here. So there is the cake you can crawl into, there's the Puerta Maya bench, there is the Fat Tuesdays double guns, and then you have Three Amigos, which I gotta tell you, I think is probably my favorite restaurant in here. So you can come and hang out on this big table here with the chairs and enjoy a watermelon shot, or you can go inside, sit down, and enjoy yourself with a food and a beverage with people that work here that will become guaranteed lifelong friends. It is a super fun place to work, super fun place to hang out, and a super fun place to eat and drink. So definitely make a stop here and enjoy. So you can also find the World Coral exhibit here at Puerto Maya, where you can learn about the coral reefs and Carnival's commitment to the environment. You can read about our threat to the coral reef, commerce's threat, and read up a little bit more about Cozumel's coral reef system and why it's so important to the island that we maintain the integrity of the coral reef. Also behind here, you can see real quickly, people are getting massages right on the beach. So you can get everything done right here at Puerto Maya. The last restaurant that we're going to is Pancho's Backyard. There is a Pancho's downtown, and it is a lovely restaurant. They also have their own area on the beach where you can sit and have a drink or something to eat, or you can of course eat outside or inside the restaurant. So another thing that I love about Pancho's Backyard is that they have marimba players out in front that will of course take a request, and our request is always the Cozumel song because, well, it's a great song and we love Cozumel. The other thing that you may see as you are walking out of your cruise ship is the bomberos. So the bomberos, that is the Cozumel Fire Department, and they do boot drives just like they do in the United States, and it's always very helpful for them for you to leave $1 or some loose change or whatever it is you have. If you have leftover pesos as you're leaving the island, go ahead and throw it in there, or with any one of the number of performers that are here at any one of the cruise piers. To exit Puerta Maya, off to the right is where you can grab a taxi for a ride to a beach club, arrange for a private tour, or anywhere you want to go. There is a rate sheet posted in US dollars, so be sure to check it. You can also grab your tours out here, or take a picture in front of the Puerta Maya sign, or just hang out underneath the palapa. So when you exit Puerta Maya, and SSA for that matter, you can also head across the street to where there are a variety of restaurants and bars and places to shop. If you don't wish to stay inside the pier, you can come right out here. So right across the street from the Puerta Maya pier and the SSA pier, you have this beautiful little area that replicates a street in Mexico. You can see here they've got the beautiful colorful housing on this side, and on this side they have the archways that are very typical of the architecture in a downtown Mexican village or city. And behind me is a typical Mayan structure that you might find, of course, in better condition here, but at one of the Mayan ruins here in Cozumel or in the Yucatan Peninsula or anywhere along the Mayan Trail. And then right next to it there is a restaurant where I don't know that I have ever seen a bigger margarita. So if you want to get your drink on, come here and give it a check and have one of their really super duper extra large margaritas. Enjoy. We have had a really good time going to the 3 cruise piers here in Cozumel. And if you are visiting Cozumel, not just on a cruise ship, you are absolutely welcome to come in and visit any one of these piers, go to the restaurants, do some shopping. So these piers are not just for cruise ship passengers. So if you're on a cruise, bienvenidos a Cozumel and have a great time. Bye, friends.